NASA plans that before sending humans to Mars, a base will be built on the Moon, so that the process of reaching Mars becomes shorter. SpaceX founder Elon Musk wants to win the race to go to Mars. Apart from this, European and Russian space agencies also talk about sending humans to Mars. But after landing in the harsh atmosphere of Mars, how will humans survive there? Because unlike land, oxygen, the biggest need for life, is not present in Mars. NASA has decided to make oxygen on Mars. But what method has been found, and the way the International Space Station produces oxygen, and why that method will not be able to work on Mars. Mars has many properties of Earth. As a day on Mars, its length is only 39 minutes longer than Earth's. There is also different weather there, and on Earth. Apart from this, there are also different types of weather on the Earth's poles. There are ice caps, and there is an atmosphere on the poles of Mars. But the one thing which is completely insufficient for humans to live on Mars is oxygen. So how this oxygen gas will be created on Mars? That too, not just for 1 or 2 people, but to populate an entire colony on Mars. If we talk about keeping humans alive in extreme situations, the first thing that comes to mind is the ISS, which is the International Space Station. Today, it is in the harsh conditions of space. 25 years have passed, until now it is, continuously providing oxygen and fresh water to humans. 4 to 5 astronauts are always present in the International Space Station, whose daily requirement of water is at least 45 liters, i.e., 1,350 liters of water per month, and 16,200 liters of water per year. Apart from this, 1,000 kilos of oxygen gas is used annually on the ISS. How is this much water and oxygen created in space, 400 kilometers away from Earth? For this purpose, 2 systems are installed in the ISS. One is the Water Reclamation System, WRS, and the second one is Oxygen Generation System, i.e., OGS. To understand why we cannot install both these systems on Mars, we first need to know how these systems work. Water Reclamation System collects water from human waste, i.e., urine, sweat, and humidity, and then cleans it and makes it drinkable again. Astronaut Douglas once said that yesterday's coffee is used to make the next day's coffee. The WRS system purifies the water already present in the ISS and makes it available. Again, makes it suitable for use and thus avoids the wastage of water on the 98%. Its equivalent is the Oxygen Generation System. This system takes a little water from the WRS and then passes it through a special process to generate oxygen for breathing. This is a simple process that we had studied in Class 5, which is called electrolysis. Electrical current is passed through water, due to which water gets converted into oxygen gas and hydrogen gas. Oxygen gas is used for breathing, but hydrogen is a dangerous and inflammable gas, which can burn the entire ISS within seconds and turn it into a fireball. This hydrogen gas is not wasted but put into another system, called the Sabatier system. This system collects the waste carbon dioxide of the astronauts in the ISS and mixes it with hydrogen gas and produces water, methane gas, and a bit of warmth. The water is reused and put warmness into the heat management system. But methane gas, which is very important on Earth, is sent out of the ISS to space. Methane gas is also a kind of fuel. Energy and heat can also be generated from it, but it is wasted because oxygen is needed to burn it, and there is only oxygen on the ISS that is the most valuable thing. If we look at the entire oxygen and water process of ISS, then it depends on refueling missions which are 98% efficient. But still, there are losses and leakages in every system. That is why, after every 6 months or year, water and oxygen are brought from the ground and put into the ISS. These refueling missions are very costly. In the cost of sending just 1 liter of water 400 km above the ISS is more than $2,500. Oxygen in this manner on distant Mars is not cost-effective in any way. For this, a system will have to be made which will use the resources present on Mars itself and make oxygen from it. NASA's Perseverance rover, which was sent to Mars in 2021, was sent for experiment, which has been named MOXIE. But to find water on Mars, one will have to go to its polar caps or several feet below, and the ice will have to be extracted by drilling, which is why MOXIE makes oxygen by using carbon dioxide from the atmosphere of Mars itself. To explain it in simple words, there is 95% carbon dioxide in the atmosphere of Mars. MOXIE pumps carbon dioxide from the outside atmosphere. It is pressurized, and then it is put in an electrolyzer and heated at a temperature of 800 degrees Celsius. due to which oxygen gas is separated from carbon dioxide. This electrolyzer is made of gold because gold is an excellent heat conductor, which protects other parts of the body from heat. In this process, along with oxygen gas, carbon monoxide is also produced from carbon dioxide. Its disadvantage is that if the carbon gets completely separated in this process, it can also form a layer of carbon. As seen at the bottom of the cooking pan, this layer will not take long to damage the whole experiment, which is why this process is performed with great caution. But how much oxygen does MOXIE produce at one time on Mars? MOXIE needs a lot of energy, which is why NASA runs it only occasionally when energy is saved from solar panels. Till now it has produced only 122 grams of oxygen, which can keep a person alive only for 3.5 hours. If we have to produce more oxygen on Mars through the system, then for that we will need a bigger version of MOXIE and also a bigger power plant to run it. And this is the biggest challenge till now. The thing to understand here is that MOXIE first compresses the carbon dioxide with the help of a compressor, and then heats it at 800 degrees Celsius. Both these processes require a lot of energy. To solve this issue, scientists are working on a future technology, in which the molecules of carbon dioxide, it can be broken only at low temperatures. Oxygen molecules will be separated from it, not by heating the carbon dioxide, but by creating vibration inside it. At present, this technology has been tested in the lab, but due to the high atmospheric pressure and temperature of the Earth, it is not possible to do this experiment on Earth, but the atmosphere of Mars is perfect for this work. Whatever the technology, our target is that we have to make oxygen on Mars by using only such things which are present there. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next great video.